What's going on, everybody? I don't know what's going on with my screen. It's stuck on my phone, but either way, man, appreciate everybody being in here. Look, big news today. Big news today. Cleveland Browns trade Joe Flacco. They trade Joe Flacco to the Bengals, of all places, which to me is wild that they traded him to the Bengals, but they did. They trade Joe Flacco to the Bengals. The compensation is what it is. But man, first of all, why are you helping a team in your division? Like that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. One of your rivals, you're helping them when they are struggling. To me, that just goes to show you how stupid the Cleveland Browns actually are. I mean, like, why would you? That doesn't make any sense to me. And look, I'm looking it up, and I think it's like a fifth and a sixth round pick. Yeah, Cincinnati also receives a sixth round pick, while Cleveland gets a fifth. So you trade Joe Flacco for why are you helping them? Just let them wallow in their misery. But nope, that's not what you do. You go out there and help them. It's just stupidity. To be quite frank, it's just stupidity by the Cleveland Browns. Because I can assure you, Cincinnati wouldn't help you. Like, if your quarterback's up, they wouldn't help you. Baltimore or the Steelers, like, none of those teams, but the Browns, yep. Fifth round pick will help our division rival. Like, come on. Golly. And I'm not even saying, look, I get it. It's a fifth round pick. But what if Joe Flacco goes there and he's good? Then what? Man, I'm telling you. It doesn't make sense to me. Hey, Jared Devil, it doesn't make sense to me on what they're thinking. Like, what's the reasoning? All over a fifth round pick, you're going to help your rival? It's the Browns. But that's the Browns. All the Browns said, hey, we can get a fifth round pick for Joe Flacco. All right. Let Cincinnati, let it work out. Let it work out. Golly. I tried to praise the Browns and say, hey, man, they're starting to figure this out. Their defense is really good. If they can figure out this run game, they got something, and it looks like they figured out the run game. So if the quarterback does its job, Dylan Gabriel, maybe they've got something. And then you turn around when your rival is just wallowing in just can't get right. Quarterback is hurt. They got their backup stinks. They're about to unravel. And then all of a sudden you turn around and trade them a competent quarterback. I'm not saying Joe Flacco is good, but he's competent. And you get, oh my God. Oh my God. It just makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense. So Spice Creations, look, you're wrong. Flacco could have kept his job. They didn't want Flacco to have that job. Flacco wasn't the problem in Cleveland. Like what he was doing wasn't the issue. It wasn't his fault. They wanted to go to the rookie. They were just losing games. So they said, okay, time to go to the rookie. Didn't have anything to do that Joe Flacco was playing just terrible football. He wasn't doing that. He absolutely wasn't doing that. Yeah, exactly, Torsha. It screws us over. So maybe it's a 3D chess play. I guess. I don't know. I just don't see how you can justify helping your rival. I just don't see it. So I don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense. But whatever. It's the Browns. The Browns are going to brown. The Browns are going to brown no matter what. And again, for people that are just coming in, Joe Flacco got traded by the Cleveland Browns to the Cincinnati Bengals. You heard me right. The Cincinnati Bengals. Never did I think that the Bengals would trade him. So I just, or should I say I didn't think the Browns would trade him inside the division. For instance, if the Steelers lost a quarterback, would they be willing to trade us, Joe Flacco? Probably not. So why are you helping the Bengals? For a fifth rounder? Oh, man. Whatever. In other news, the Ravens signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson to their practice squad. You know, their defense is absolutely garbage. So they're signing a new safety. I wonder if that means that Kyle Hamilton's going to be out for a while. Probably so. Probably so. So some news around the AFC North today on basically guys' day off. Now, here's the thing. I don't think Flacco's going to play this week, but I think he plays against us. I think Flacco starts against us. I absolutely think so. And even if Browning is good, I still think they go to Flacco. Otherwise, why do you make the move? That would be my thing. It's like, why do you make the move? And not only that, Cincinnati, like, why would you get? I mean, I know a fifth round pick is a fifth round pick, but for Joe Flacco, come on. Like, why would you do that? That doesn't even make sense on your end. Why would you give away a fifth round pick for Joe Flacco? Like, you could have went and got Russell Wilson for less than that. You could have got Jameis Winston for less than that. But you give up a fifth for Flacco. Lord. Whatever, man. Whatever. I know you keep saying nobody's worried about Flacco. We said that last year in Indianapolis. How did that work out for us? So I'm not saying Flacco is some Herculean quarterback, but the last time we played against Joe Flacco, he was pretty good. So Browns get their money back for Shedeur. I guess. So we'll see. We will see what happens. Flacco's better than Russ. Yeah, Russ is cooked. Yeah, you're right, Tresta. Russ is cooked. He was cooked last year. He just happened to be our quarterback. But Russ is cooked. Whew. But I don't know about Winston. I know Winston's going to throw the ball to the other team half the time. So you got to overcome that, but I may have taken my chances there. Yeah, Nathan, I think I would have taken my chances. I'd have taken my chance with Winston. So, exactly, Digital. Flacco does play decent against us. He always has. It's not like we're a different football team. They're like different schemes. Aaron says that Browns might as well trade Miles to the Ravens. So, yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I do not understand how you trade again, he was the backup quarterback. He wasn't number 3. He wasn't on the scrap heap. This was your backup quarterback. You decided to trade him to your in-state division rival. In season, when that in-state division rival is struggling. I don't get it. So, passing on Dart. I mean, we haven't seen enough of Dart to say that he's good. So, yeah, we haven't seen enough of Dart to say that he's any good. But either way, I just don't. Man, I don't get it. Dude, and I'm genuinely asking. There's a lot of things that I understand about football in the NFL. Does this make sense to any of you all? Like, seriously, does that make sense at all? Am I just being too into my feelings about why I think this is insane for Cleveland to do? Like, how does this benefit them? Unless Cleveland has said, we're not trying to win this year, and they're already giving up. And even if they have given up, Why are you helping your rival? Like, oh, it makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. Spice says it makes sense. Spice Creation says it makes sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. And Torsia says both teams are so bad they've become friends. Yeah, I get that. So, but we'll see. Man, I saw that come across the ticker, and I was like, you've got to be kidding. That's a misprint. They didn't trade him to Cincinnati. They sure did. I was for sure that it was like Carolina or Chicago. Like they just messed up with a city that started with the C, a team that started with the C. I'm like, yeah, they just made a mistake. It's not Cincinnati. Then it was everywhere. And I'm like, well, damn. And now you're just helping them. So, mm-mm-mm. Oh, well. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know about this one, Jack. Jack says, give your enemy a weak sword and you have an edge over them. I think Flacco is better than Browning. So I get what you're trying to say, but I think Flacco is better than Browning for sure. For sure. That's just me. That's just me. So, yeah, man, Browns hate Pittsburgh so much they're willing to help out Cincinnati. Exactly, Mike. I've just, I don't know. I've never seen it before where in season you trade your backup quarterback to your in-state division rival to help them because they don't have a quarterback. And if that's the case, like for instance, like this, first of all, it signals that Cleveland no longer is trying to win football games this year. They're playing for the future. That's number one. Number two, it tells me that Cincinnati still thinks they got a shot, which technically they do. So that's true. Flacco's played for three of the four teams in the AFC North. So I don't think the Bengals are tanking. I don't think the Bengals are tanking at all. If the Bengals were tanking, they just keep doing what they're doing. You don't give away a 5th round pick if you're tanking. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I don't think Cincinnati's tanking at all. They got too much money invested. Yeah, I don't think they're tanking. I think they're thinking Flacco is an upgrade over who we have, and we got to give that an opportunity. But yeah, I don't think they are. But to give up a 5th, that's the whole thing. And I know they gave up a 5th, they get back a 6th, but I don't think you would do that. Matter of fact, I know you wouldn't do that if you're tanking. You would just let it ride out. So now this is true. That offensive line, Jason, you're right. That offensive line is bad in Cincinnati. Whoo, man, is it bad. We think our line is bad. Whew. Their line is worse. So the Ravens should tank this season. The Ravens are doing it by themselves. Is that Louisville you see behind me? It is. It is. I'm from Louisville. I'm a diehard Louisville fan, man. Diehard Louisville fan. So, man. But is it going to help them beat us? I don't know. I mean, Flacco's always played good against the Steelers. He always has. But 1 week into an offense, who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? What's going on, Jeffrey Hall? How's it going? So who the hell knows? So how are you in Louisville but a Duke fan? I mean, come on, man. What? I mean, you weren't born and raised in Louisville and then say, but I'm a Duke fan. That's not possible. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So Flacco is who I worried about because he killed us when he was in Indy last year. Now, it's a good point. Spice Creations, it has a good point about that we didn't prepare for Flacco, but I mean, you saw him out there. I mean, just because you didn't prepare for him, that means you leave guys wide open. Like that was the deal. It's like we're just going to leave guys wide open. So I don't know. I don't know. Do I think we're going to get a wide receiver too? Man, at some point we got to get off this wide receiver 2 thing, man. The Steelers aren't going to do anything right now. They're going to find out how long Calvin Austin's going to be out, and then they'll go from there. But I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. Offensive line is a bigger concern than wide receiver 2. At some point, we got to just realize that. We got to stop talking about wide receiver 2 and start talking about getting the O-line better. Would you rather have a better line or another wide receiver? Because to me, I'd rather have a better line because then we can run the football. And I get it. Everybody wants wide receiver 2, and that's all they ever talk about on TV. I'm like, but damn that, man. Can we run the ball? Can we run the ball for 140, 150 yards a game? If we can do that, I mean, wide receiver 2, you can get anybody to do that job. Anybody, if you can run the football. So that's the difference. That's the difference. Can the Steelers find that? And yeah, I would love to have both. I would love to have both. But we'll see. We will see. Dave says the defensive scheme has changed somewhat since last year. I like our chances against Flacco. I mean, I feel like we can pressure him, especially with that bad O-line. So I feel like we can pressure him. Brandon wanting to get rid of Big G's main man, James Pierre. Said Jacoby Myers for a 4th and James Pierre. Browns sent Flacco to Cincinnati with a bottle of Thunderbird and a 5th rounder. Yeah, I just, again, for anybody that's just coming in, the Browns traded Flacco to Cincinnati for a 5th round pick. Man, and they get back a 6th. So Cincinnati got Flacco and a 6th. The Browns got a 5th. Oh, well. Oh, well. What's this? Christopher, he says, can't wait to see Warren run behind 6 or 7 offensive linemen like Kenny G last game. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, bald is the new bold. Your mama thinks so too, Ronak. She thinks so too, brother. I love it. The Browns are a joke. I just can't. And again, y'all tell me, have you ever heard of a team 5 games into the season trading their backup quarterback who started 4 of their first 5 games, trading him to their in-state division rival? Like, have you ever heard that? I've never heard that. So I am not in Louisville, man. I don't live there. I haven't lived in Louisville since 1994, but I grew up there. It's been reported that the Steelers are eyeing on Treylon Burks. And Treylon Burks doesn't run good routes. So he's not a big-time route runner. He doesn't help the Steelers. So, no, I've never heard of it either, Felicia. I've never, ever, ever heard of that. Nope. Ali, nope. Never heard of it. So I don't know. I mean, is it collusion? I don't know. Man, like, did somebody lose a bet of some sort or something? Gee, many Christmas. I just can't believe that's what's happening here. I mean, why not let your rival just suffer? Like, hey man, the quarterback situation, it's bad. Okay. Sorry. Too bad, so sad. Deal with it. I bet Sanders is happy. Exactly. Stupid is as stupid does, Anthony. Leave it to Cleveland. Bengals are definitely desperate. The Bengals are definitely desperate. They could be scheming to take us down digital. That's the only thing I can think of. So that's the only thing that I can think of is that I don't know. Maybe they don't want to see the Steelers win. Maybe they I don't know the reasoning on why you would help your rival. Like I mean, hell, we see it all the time. Even during the draft in the off season, like you don't trade with teams in your division. Now you see it every once in a while. You'll see that happen from time to time. It's not common, but you'll see it from time to time. But in season, a backup quarterback, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. 5 games in, I've never seen it. So, never seen it. But we'll see. So, Corey says it's not much better than Browning. Here's the thing. Does it need to be that much better? Like, does it have to be that much better? Again, you're just talking about a little bit of timing here, a little bit of timing there. You're a little bit better reading the defense, a little bit better processing the information, a little bit quicker. If Flacco can do that, and you know he's still got the arm, now he can't move, but you know he's still got the arm, those receivers are still really good. So I'm not saying that he's going to go out there and be the next Peyton Manning. I'm just saying I would take Joe Flacco over Browning. And how much better does he have to be for the Bengals to actually be better? That's all I'm saying. Like how much better does he have to be? So, and that's all I'm saying is like if he can process the information quicker, which Flacco does that, we'll see. We'll see. So, their O-line and defense are horrible. Yes, they are. Now that part don't change. That part doesn't change. But I guess the thing is, if your O-line's bad, do you want a guy that can just process the information quickly and get the ball out of his hands? It seemed like Browning got worse from last year to this year. Because last year he wasn't terrible. Seems like he got worse. So, seems like he got worse. But we'll see. We will see. Mm-mm-mm. Comparing a shiny turd to a much smaller, smellier turd. I mean, maybe. Maybe. But we'll see what happens. Well, here's the thing, Felicia. Joe Burrow not coming back until, more than likely, he's not going to play this year. But 3 months, that means he's not coming back till the end of December. So I wouldn't count on Joe Burrow playing at all this year. Yeah, I wouldn't count on it at all. But we'll see, man. We'll see. To me, it was just wild. That's all. Just wild. I just never seen anything like it. So I'd never seen it. I never seen it. Helping your rival, helping your in-state division rival when they're down and out. And let's make no mistake about it. Cincinnati kind of got some stuff going last game, but they stink. I mean, I get it. They kind of got some stuff going at the last game, but they still got whipped. I mean, that game was over. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at their schedule. They play the Packers, us, the Jets, Bears, us. Who knows? So, but I don't think Flacco is going to start for him immediately. So, Jason says this has to be an opportunity to win the division. It'd be our opportunity to win the division. It's literally wide open. I said this, and I'll say it again. If the Steelers, and I said this last week, if the Steelers win, and I'll say it tonight on the big show, if the Steelers win the next 3 games, and their 3 games, we got Cleveland, Cincinnati, and the Packers. If we win those 3 games and Baltimore loses the next 3 games, and one of those they already lost. So one of those games they already lost. If that happens and then the Steelers still don't win the division, I will be screaming that we have to get rid of Mike Tomlin. Screaming that we have to do it. Again, if the Steelers win the next 3, and they got an opportunity. Because while Green Bay's good, I saw Green Bay give up 40 points to a team that's kind of built like us. O-line not good. They had 3 offensive linemen out against the Packers. CeeDee Lamb didn't play. They put up 40 points on him. So that's all I'm saying, man. If that happens, that's where I'm at with it. So hold me to it, Arch Baby Doll. Hold me to it. Hold me to it, because I'm just not going to be able to deal with it. Adam, thanks for becoming a member, Adam. We appreciate you, brother. Thanks for supporting the channel. Yeah, that's where I would be at with it, man. So that's where I'm at. Man, Corey, is he going to start Sunday? Flacco? I don't know. That seems early, but maybe. Maybe. So, all right, people. I just wanted to get in here and touch base with you all. You know how I do it. When news breaks that affects the Pittsburgh Steelers, I want to get out here and talk to you guys. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys show up tonight. Big show will be on 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Make sure you guys show up early. Be rambunctious. Me and Big G got a lot to talk about, man. So I will touch base with you. If you haven't checked out the video from yesterday, we got the report card that came out yesterday for the first 4 games of the Steelers season. So make sure you guys go check that out. We got something else coming out for you guys today that you guys are going to be interested in. So make sure you do. I will talk to you guys later, man, and aloha.